Brandon Beane himself had said he didn't anticipate making much of a splash, but between signing Von Miller in free agency, along with O.J. Howard, oh, by the way, in terms of tight end and obviously pass rusher and Miller, making a splash on both sides of the ball. Your take on Von Miller and what he brings to this team?
Yeah, I don't want to change his name to Brandon Pinocchio, but, it's pretty close. These are huge moves, but especially the Von Miller signing. Look, the Bills were good. They were already good enough to be a serious Super Bowl contender. This is a move that I think buys insurance, expensive insurance, a lot of guaranteed money, long-term contract, although he probably won't see the whole thing. But I think for the next couple of years, they can get from Von Miller that closing piece that they need desperately for a defense that can take them over the top, take them to the Super Bowl.
That's just it. You and I have talked about what happened in Kansas City, and everyone focuses on 13 seconds, but it went far beyond that in terms of the shortcomings of that defense and the progress and the areas they need to improve in to ultimately get over the top. Miller's about to turn 33 years old, 9.5 sacks during the regular season. 4 of them in the playoffs, was traded from Denver to LA, obviously went on to win a Super Bowl with the Rams. How much does he still have left in the tank?
Well, we can't forget that production with the Rams came with a big assist from Aaron Donald. I mean, the attention that Aaron Donald drew away from Von Miller. So I think, though, he becomes a key piece, even on a defense that doesn't have, at least at the moment, that kind of complementary piece, who can draw attention, get pressure, be effective, and lift the entire defense. Remember, there's some young guys, Greg Rousseau, Boogie Basham, who are going into their second years. The Bills are counting on them heavily to be big producers, and I think Von Miller's presence is going to help them as much as anything.
And I think you have to look at it, too, in the broader picture. Everyone thinks about Kansas City, but you look at the landscape of the AFC now in terms of the Joe Burrows, the Herberts. You look at Russell Wilson is now into the picture with Miller's old team. I mean, it's a highly competitive conference. You have to have a franchise quarterback. And, oh, by the way, you have to be able to pressure quarterbacks. Miller only adds to that.
The Bills have a great offense with Josh Allen. They have the ability to keep pace scoring-wise and outscore anybody they play. But now you have to have the defense to handle these great quarterbacks, and that's what they're going to face on a regular basis, whether it's the regular season or, more importantly, when you get to the postseason. And the goal is to have a game in Orchard Park, that AFC Championship game, and to do so, that defense has got to do more slamming of the door.
Not lost in this at all is the signing of tight end O.J. Howard, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer now. Everyone had thought there's been speculation about Gronk, and Dawson Knox has shown so much. What does Howard add to the mix?
I think he adds a strong piece. I still think Dawson Knox is the key to this offense having some explosiveness from that position. But the Bills always lack that second guy who can also stretch the field. Look, Howard is trying to make amends for a couple of disappointing seasons. This is not an expensive signing, not as big a risk as the Bills are taking with Von Miller financially. He's trying to come back from a Achilles injury that he suffered a couple of years ago. So I think if he's showing more progress from that, he could be a nice addition to this offense.
All right, Vic Carucci, thanks as always.